Yes, frugal people spend money, and we sometimes even spend money in order to save money. Hi, if you don't know us, I'm Hope.
And I'm Larry.
And this is Under the Median, where every week we talk about practical frugality. Exactly a week ago, we did a video where we talked about 30 different items that we personally have purchased, and we purchased the items specifically because they help us to save money. Today, we have a list of 20 more items that help to save money. So let's get started.
One of the number one items is a reusable coffee mug. Now, this is a very special mug. It's actually designed to be used as a travel mug. But here's where these coffee mugs save you some energy. Number one, you're not going to be heating your coffee on the hot plate all day while it's plugged into power. So you're going to be saving some money that way.
You also can fill this baby at about 6 o'clock in the morning, go work all day, and it's still going to be steaming hot when you come home at night. It keeps stuff warm an unbelievable amount of time. We have owned probably at least a half a dozen of these. We absolutely love them. They are by Zojirushi, and we'll leave a link for it, guys. Anything we show you, we'll leave a link in the video description so you can check it out. Watch for them to go on sale. I think we got this one for we paid about $20 for this. Full price, it was about $40.
Yeah, they're worth it. Once again, when we talk about buying some of these things, you'll have to spend a little bit of money up front, but in the long run, you will save money in your budget.
Well, think about the fact that you're taking your coffee in this every day to work, so you're not either buying coffee from work and you're not going to Starbucks to or from on your way to work. So that's going to save you like $20 really quickly just by doing that. Item number 2 is a little bit along the same line. Our college-age son does not have a microwave on campus that he can use, so he has 2 of these. These are by High Sierra. They're wide mouth, like vacuum bottles.
Yeah.
They keep stuff hot or cold. He has gotten really good at figuring out a huge number of things that he can heat up before he leaves for class in the morning, puts it in here, and it's still piping hot. This comes with a spork. I'll show you this spork. We got 2 of these, and I think we paid about $14. We got them from Sam's, but I'll find one that's very similar and leave a link for you in the video description. There you go. Comes with a spork.
That's really handy. So it's kind of an all-in-one item. The next item we use on a regular basis would be rechargeable heated vests and socks. These can save some money if you're trying to keep your thermostat lower in your house. So if your house is a little cooler, these items can help keep you warm. And I have 2 sets of batteries for my vest. So while the vest is on me, keeping me warm, I got another set of batteries that's on charging up, so I can flip them over and keep that going.
This comes with batteries and a little USB port. You just charge them up. It will keep the socks warm for about 10 hours. How does this help us to save money? It helps us to save money because between the heated vest and the heated socks, we're able to keep our thermostat lower than we would otherwise. Now, doubling down on lowering our utility bills, that was actually just one of the 10 things that we did to drop our expenses when we were saving toward great big goals. If you'd like to get your eyes on the other 9 of those things that we did to drop our expenses, I wrote an ebook. It's called, coincidentally, 10 Ways to Radically Reduce Your Expenses. Yeah. It's free, and I'll leave a link for it, guys, in the description of the video.
Another item that helps save a little bit of money are these LED reading lights. I use this to read by, and I'll hang these in the kitchen or in the living room upstairs. I'll hang up from another light, and I'll run this off of a USB powered battery. Now this battery can be plugged in, or it can be charged outside with direct sunlight. So this will keep this going for several hours at a time. It is very handy to use, and it's a lot cheaper than running your LED lights plugged into the wall.
For the most part, we try to run our family room, especially in the evening when we're sitting down there. We'll try not to use any electricity. We run everything off of various solar and USB devices that we've already charged up. The next thing that we'd like to talk about is rechargeable LED string lights. And Larry charges these and powers them in a very specific way.
Yeah, with a portable set of string lights, I usually plug these into a small portable power generator, maybe let's say a 300-watt one. That'll easily run for 2 or 3 nights. They don't use a lot of power. They only use about anywhere from 5 to 8 watts while they're on. And they give nice kind of a background light while we're watching television.
Here's something else that runs on solar. And we love these things so much. By the way, guys, everything that we're showing has not been provided to us by any of the companies. We have paid our own hard-earned dollars for these items that we are showing you. If it's otherwise, we'll let you know. If we don't mention that we got it as a free sample, then you can rest assured that we actually paid for it. We love this company so much. This is from Hybrid Light. It's a family-owned company, and they are out of Utah. We have bought not just one or two, but three of their solar or USB powered products, and we love them. Larry's going to tell you more about them.
Well, what's nice about these is you can leave these in a window. Let's say you have a window that faces the sunlight in the afternoon. While that sun's coming in the window, it's going to be charging this solar panel. This one's on top, this one's on the back side. That will keep these in a state of charge so that if you need these to use as emergency lights, they will work for you. This one also has a little flashlight built into the top. Very nice lights. This light also plugs directly into a wall socket. As you can see there, there's some AC plugs on the back of it. So also USB charging on the front here. So very nice to have a great source for lighting in case you need it. And then if you need let's say a little smaller one, maybe something you put in the car.
Like a flashlight.
This also has a solar powered cell on it, so it will charge up solar, and then you have something available for you all the time that you can run in your car or leave this in your house as well. So you have 3 different kinds or 4 different kinds of solar powered rechargeable lights that you can use in the case of an emergency.
These lights are all incredibly well made. We use them, and we use them a lot.
Yep.
Now, if you're interested in learning more, be sure to look for the links in the video description. But here's something else to look for. We have a coupon code that'll get you 20% off anything you buy from Hybrid Light, so be sure to watch for that. Some of these things, if they're not powered by solar, you may have to have batteries to run them. We are huge fans of rechargeable batteries.
Well, the nice thing about a rechargeable battery is it might cost just a little bit more to purchase those batteries, but in the long run, you're going to charge those maybe 20, 30 times, cycle them many different times, and you've got batteries all the time, and you're spending less money in the long run in order to have that.
One of the ways that we dramatically reduced our energy bill was by simply either unplugging everything we weren't using or by putting it on smart power strips. Smart power strips are, I think, a great investment of money because it makes it like a no-brainer to try to remember, did I leave it plugged in or did I unplug the thing?
Well, the way that the smart power strip works too is kind of neat. There'll be one outlet that will be your control outlet. You plug into that whatever item that you want to be the control over everything else. So when you turn that one item on, then it sends power to the rest of those outlets. So if you're using this for your entertainment center, it makes sense to put your speakers and other things on those other outlets, and whatever your main source, like your TV, put that on the main one. That will save you some money on any item that would run on a remote control and have some power consumption while it's plugged in.
Now, other than using the USB, the solar powered lights, the portable power stations, some of these items to provide light in your house, other than doing that, and other than the smart power strips, there's something else that you really need to just become aware of what items in your house are using the most energy. This was without a doubt a deal breaker for us. We discovered kilowatt meters years ago. We borrowed the first one from our public library. Be sure to check with your library before you purchase one, guys, because sometimes they are available for checkout for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, just like you would check out a book or a movie or something like that. But we loved it so much we bought our own.
This is the advantage of a kilowatt meter. It will tell you exactly how many watts an item is using over time. In other words, kilowatt hours. So if you have something plugged into it for like 8 hours and you want to see how much energy am I using in that 8-hour period, there's a little button over here on the far left. It says kWh, that's kilowatt hours. You press that and it will give you the runtime of that item. So very, very handy. It also tells you the watts that you're using at the moment. It'll tell you hertz, volts, all kinds of information. You just plug this into the wall and plug your item into here, and then you've got something that will give you a readout on your electronic device.
A kilowatt meter will cost you $20-$30.
Well
something
worth it.
like that. Well worth
Well
the
worth it.
investment in purchasing one of those. Because one of the things that we have discovered, and believe me, we have researched energy usage and how to lower energy bills.
Yes.
One of the things that we discovered was that people are creatures of habit. I know, big surprise, right?
Yep.
And so unless you are aware, just awareness of how you are using energy in your home, just that one like mind shift change will make it so that all of a sudden you're using less energy and your energy bill is going down because you just know how you're using energy and how you want to not use energy the same way that you were using energy the month before.
Yep.
Silicone baking mats. I think this one is, I can't remember. I think this is maybe a Sunbeam one. I can't remember. This came from my mother. I have another one that is from another set that I got from Amazon. They're Amazon Basics. I love these things. I use them all the time. It makes it so you don't have to use foil or anything to line your baking, and you'll clean up much, much easier. And stuff will tend to burn less on the silicone baking mats, and it will make cleanup a lot easier. It won't stick. Food won't stick to these things.
Here's another item that I didn't even think existed, and that's reusable silicone cups. These would be like cupcake cups that you use for making different things. What would you make with that? Some
Cupcakes
muffins
or muffins.
Muffins or cupcakes, yeah. But they can be reused, so you simply wash them and air dry those and use them for your next batch.
My kids got these for me for Mother's Day. They were on my Mother's Day list. This makes it so you don't have to use the cupcake liners. Cleanup's super
Cool.
easy, and once again, it tends to burn less when you've got them in these, and it's just like it slides right out. Nothing sticks to the silicone.
Awesome. One of my favorite snacks that I love to have on an almost daily basis, and that is some popcorn. But you can buy popcorn in large bags, like 50-pound bags from the Amish store, and even Sam's sell these. You can buy these a lot cheaper if you buy them in bulk than if you buy individual bags of the popcorn, and it is a great snack to have on a daily basis.
Digital coupons and cashback apps. Now, these coupons and the apps clearly are not something that you purchase, but we put it in the video because we think it's super important to have these tools on hand in order to help you to perhaps earn some gift cards, points toward gift cards, or to get some cash off of things that you would be purchasing anyway. We have some favorites to mention: Honey, Rakuten, and Fetch. Fetch is like one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, guys. If you're not familiar with them or you don't use one of those 3 coupon apps, I'm going to make sure once again that there's links to them in the description of the video.
If you buy things like rice and grains in bulk, you'll save a lot of money. We buy oatmeal as well in bulk, and cream of wheat. We'll buy 25 or 50-pound bags of the cream of wheat. And oh my gosh, it is so much cheaper than buying a box of cream of wheat at the store. I mean, it is like hands down so cheap to do it that way.
Or just like, have y'all checked out the price of like, here's the truth, because we don't buy boxed cereal ever. Or very, very seldom.
Not very much, no.
And I was at Kroger and I was looking in the markdown aisle today, and I saw like a box of, I don't know, it was like Cheerios or something that was marked down. I'm like, it didn't even look like the markdown price to me. That is how out of the loop I really, really was on how much cereal costs. We just did a video though. We took you on a walk through the grocery store with our squeaky cart, and we showed you 30 items. Honestly, if you're looking to drop your grocery budget, these are items you should not be buying from the grocery store, and boxed cereal was definitely one of those items. That was a really fun video to do, guys. It was late at night. We were a little bit tired, and it's very, very fun, very funny video. We'll make sure the video's linked, guys, up above and in the video description.
Another item that will help you save some money is a USB rechargeable small portable fan. We use these in the summertime when we're not keeping the house maybe as cool as we have to. If I sit in front of one of those fans, I stay very comfortable. So that can save you some money that way.
78 degrees, by the way, guys. Somebody just wrote and said, what do you keep your thermostat at summer and winter? In summer, it's 78 degrees. We use fans in the room we're sitting in, and we stay very, very comfortable that way. In the winter, last year, it was 64 during the day, 61 or 62 at night. And I don't know, we're feeling the cold this year. So if we raise it, we'll let you know. But that's the goal, is to keep it the same this year as we did last year. And the other thing before we move on that people are wanting to know is, did we make it to November 1st? If you haven't watched our video, we talked about 25 ways to keep warm without turning your furnace on. That's a great video. We give lots of different tips. And our goal was to make it to November 1st before we turned on the furnace. Did we make it? Sort of.
Yes, technically, I suppose you could say we
I
did.
think we did. So it was 10:20 last night. We're recording this on November 1st, so it was October 31st. It was 10:20 at night. The kids are getting ready to go to bed. It's 56 degrees upstairs. And Larry came down. He said, please don't yell at me. But it's 56 degrees. And nobody, my plan, straight up, my plan was to get up at midnight. And so I made sure that we made it to November 1st and switch on the furnace. And Larry said, please, it's an hour and 40 minutes. Can we please switch on the furnace? And I said, you know what? It's like that old joke that people order a martini at, 9 o'clock in the morning and say it's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world. So this is not
close enough.
It's close enough. I said, close enough. Let's turn it on. So technically we made it. You got to tell us in the comment section if you made it to your goal date for turning on the furnace.
Another item that can help you save a little bit of money are some reusable cloth bags that you use for packing lunches. Instead of using bags that you're just throwing away and just running through them, you use a cloth bag, and you can use it many times this way.
We have a cloth lunch bag that we use quite often, and it came from our kid's orthodontist. It has his, the name of his company on the side of it. And I joke with Ariel, I'm like, look, here's our $5,000 bag. We gave them $5,000 to straighten our child's teeth, and we got this free lunch bag.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can get, and I tell you that because you can get some of those free cloth lunch bags. You can get them at trade shows, different like community health fairs, things like that. Companies give out those free reusable lunch bags all the time. So look, before you buy one, look around and see if you can't find one, even at a used thrift store, something like that. You'll be able to find them really, really inexpensively.
If you're looking for some new kitchen appliances or just anything that you might want to put into your house, take a look at your store at the scratch and dent area and see if you can find that item in there. A lot of times the scratch or the dent might be around the back side of it. It may not even show. So when you have it sitting out on your, let's say on your countertop, it's really not very noticeable. And if you can save 20, 30%, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's also worth it to look for warehouse type stores. One of our local establishments has a warehouse where they keep specifically stuff that's overstocked, where there's only one left that's available. So they're going to pull it off the floor. Their floor samples, their scratch and dents, all of that stuff is in their warehouse. And we scored, I can't remember how much we got off of that washing machine. I'm going to say a couple $100 when we bought it. And it was also an energy efficient one that we got a rebate for from our utility company. And I think it also counted off on our taxes. So that was like a triple play there. The whole idea of finding stuff and paying less than retail is to see how many of those levels of savings you can rack up on top of one another in order to get it at the lowest price possible.
If you like to play some games as a family, maybe different kinds of board games and so on, a lot of times you can find these at thrift stores. You can get them used. There might be games that are brand new to you, so it's just as new to you as if you bought it brand new at the store, and you're going to save a lot of money off of the retail price by buying them at a thrift store.
You can have your kids over to play board games with you, and you can pop your bulk popcorn, guys. It's like a frugal win on top of a frugal win.
Yes, indeed.
Now, if you want to hear our list of 30 more things that frugal people actually spend money on so that they can save money, that video, if you haven't watched part 1 of this series, it's right over there. Go take a look.